So this is one of the easy, fun things I like with my hamstrings are tight. And this is actually an answer, quite weeks ago, my buddy Rob asked me about some stuff. He's had ex-athletes come in, and now they're older desk jockeys. They do some CrossFit. They've got really tight backs, super tight hamstrings. He can do some stuff, get them to feel better, but as soon as they go back and deadlift, the pain comes back. And I swear I'll get to something meaningful in a second. So you could stretch those hamstrings, but the hamstring tension comes back. And so if I can get them there, I'll give these little heel butt kick whips, 5 at a time. Try to go fast, kick your own butt. And most people will say it hurts after they do 5. I feel it hurt in my knee. And then 2 steps later, it feels better, feels fine. What in your mind is that heel whip doing?
On the spot. I think
Right on the spot.
Man, I think it's pulling on the knee because it's like a rapid stretch into the front of the knee from whipping the heel back. But it's basically like inhibiting that anterior chain or that quad or sartorius or any of that stuff on that side, where then I would assume because you get a little inhibition on the front side, your brain and your nervous system says, okay, like here's your hamstrings. Like you can use them, but they're also safe to still be extensible now. They're like, you've taken your tone from, DEFCON. Is that a higher number worse for DEFCON?
I don't know.
DEFCON 5.
I don't know.
DEFCON 1. Whatever.
On red.
It's getting better is all I'm saying.
Yep. No, I agree. Like the tension is there. And so I do think people play the tension game, and there is this spectrum of tension. Let's say with the hamstring, the classic hamstring problem. It's tight. You loosen it up. It doesn't necessarily help your patient with their back, but they will complain of hamstring tightness. So those hamstrings are quote unquote on and don't really like to turn off. Now you stretch them, put them in a lengthened position. And there are a lot of people out there that talk about this. Stop stretching your hamstrings. Okay, fine. Give me a good alternative because my hamstrings are tight and I don't like it. Patients say, you know what I mean? Just
Right.
Don't tell me I'm stupid for stretching my hamstrings, Sean Light. Sorry. And I agree with him. He's super smart. The alternatives don't seem as useful as this hamstring whip has been for me lately. So let's talk about back to the spectrum of hamstring tightness. It is tight. And so from the middle, my nose is the middle. It is closer to this on position. And we're just trying to turn it off. Now with this hamstring whip, I'm not saying just turn it on because it's already on. I'm saying turn it on all the way and then it swings back and turns off. And if you can do that repeated, if you can control that tension, turning it off and turning it on, I also think it kind of maybe gaps the knee joint a little bit or something. I do think it also, like this woman, inhibits her, that upper calf, that deep calf behind the knee. You have to kind of let it go during that whip. And so a lot of times people will do it and they're not really fast at it. It takes a little bit of work and athleticism to do it quickly. But if you can turn things off and then turn things back on, that's the show.